And go to Mr. Regan. You're now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman Graves, Ranking Member Cohen, and other members of the committee. On behalf of the Transportation Trades Department, AFL-CIO, and our 37 affiliated unions, I want to thank you all for this opportunity to testify on this important legislation. As the largest transportation labor federation in the country, representing hundreds of thousands of aviation workers, we are confident that proper implementation of this bipartisan bill will strengthen aviation safety standards, sustainably grow our skilled workforce, and enhance the quality of service that travelers deserve. The number of significant aviation labor priorities are codified in this bill, including protections for airline employees against assaults, efforts to close existing safety gaps, and provisions to address the shortage of air traffic controllers. Now, these provisions must be implemented quickly and accurately. Airline workers, including flight attendants, gate agents, pilots, and other personnel, face an alarming increase in workplace assaults and have reported unprecedented levels of verbal abuse, threats, physical violence since the pandemic. It is encouraging to see Congress take meaningful steps to address this situation through a number of provisions in the 2024 FAA Reauthorization. A key measure includes setting minimum standards for self-defense training for frontline workers, empowering them to protect themselves. From the ramp to the radar room, aviation professionals ensure the safety and reliability of American air travel through their dedication, training, and expertise. This bill specifies several ways in which working conditions can and should be improved, including addressing airport ramp worker safety concerns, initiating studies on cabin air safety and radiation exposure, and promulgating lactation standards for pilots and flight attendants. This legislation also addresses a critical safety gap on the global scale. It mandates essential safety improvements for global aircraft maintenance by requiring annual unannounced inspections at foreign repair stations and establishing minimum qualifications for mechanics working on U.S. aircraft. While the 2024 reauthorization includes many important safety actions, there are long overdue safety measures like this one from previous reauthorizations. One of the most troubling remaining loopholes in the regulation of aircraft maintenance is the disparity between drug and alcohol testing for workers at domestic maintenance facilities and for those at foreign facilities who are exempt from this requirement. The 2012 reauthorization directed the FAA to issue a proposed rule requiring all repair station employees responsible for safety-sensitive maintenance on U.S. aircraft to be subject to an alcohol and controlled substance testing program within 1 year. The FAA did not issue the proposed rule until last year, that is, a solid 13 years later, and is yet to be finalized. It is unacceptable that it has taken over a decade for the FAA to implement a congressionally mandated safety measure. In the 2018 reauthorization, Congress passed a statute requiring the FAA to issue a rule that all new aircraft for delivery to passenger air carriers have installed physical secondary barriers within 1 year. 5 years later, in June of 2023, the FAA finally issued a long-awaited final rule to mandate the installation of secondary barriers in all newly manufactured aircraft within 2 years. I urge you all to exercise your oversight authority to ensure that FAA takes a swifter approach to implementing the 2024 reauthorization than they did in some of the previous versions. In addition to safety, staffing shortages have also been a major concern for some of our nation's aviation workforce. Air traffic controllers keep our skies safe as they efficiently move thousands of aircraft every day throughout the national airspace system. Yet a decade of insufficient hiring has created a pressing staffing crisis among certified professional controllers, leaving our controller workforce severely strained. To address this problem, this law directs the FAA to set a stronger minimum hiring target for new controllers. And similarly, the legislation directs the FAA to conduct a comprehensive review and, as necessary, revise the FAA staffing model for aviation safety inspectors. Airport service workers, from baggage handlers to wheelchair agents to cabin cleaners, form the backbone of daily aviation operations. Yet their vital contributions remain undervalued and underprotected. This legislation requires the GAO to complete a comprehensive review of the domestic airport service workforce, reinforcing the importance of treating all segments of the aviation workforce as integral to the industry's success. From its very outset, the history of aviation has been written in hard-earned lessons shaped by a sobering reality. It can take a tragedy to reveal an unknown engineering flaw or a systemic vulnerability in established protocols. But it is also a tragedy when solutions to safety challenges like mandating flight deck barriers or greater foreign repair station oversight languish for decades after Congress requires them. When a regulatory directive mandating FAA action with 12 to 18 months stretches to 12 to 18 years on an implementation timeline, it should be equally unacceptable. For ramp workers facing jet blast hazards, for the airline crew managing cabin air quality concerns, and for every aviation safety professional who ensures our system runs smoothly and safely, implementation of this bill must happen now. We were proud to endorse this bill. We're proud to be in an industry where we can develop these bipartisan solutions and move our industry collectively better for workers and for participants. And I look forward to seeing the fruits of your labor when this bill is finally implemented. Thank you.
Thank you.